Dear students, in this session we are going to see the chapter 10 gravitation exercise questions. So take the page number 143. In the page number 143 there is a exercise questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and also 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up to 11. These are all the basics questions and theory based questions. Okay, you can solve on your own. We are going to discuss the problem based exercise question in this session. So now you can see the question number 12. The gravitation force on the surface of the moon is 1 by 6 as strong as the gravitation force on the earth. So what is the weight in newtons of 10 kg object on the moon and on the earth? So they are giving that weight is 10 kg. What is the mass of the body in moon and earth? Yes, as given in the question, the mass of the body is 10 kg. Okay, the gravitation, that is acceleration due to gravity of the earth is 9.8 meter per second square. So what is the weight of the body on the earth? So very simple, it is a mass into gravity. This gravity is a acceleration due to gravity of the earth. So 10 into 9.8, 98 Newton. Then that is the first subdivision over. That is the weight of the body on moon is mass into gravity on moon surface. That is acceleration due to gravity on the moon surface. We know that the acceleration due to gravity of the moon surface is 1 by 6 of the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. So acceleration due to gravity of the earth by 6 is a moon's gravity. Mass into this value. Mass is at 10 and the gravity on the earth surface is 9.8 divided by 6. That is 98 by 6. The answer is 16.33 Newton. So weight of the body on the moon surface is 16.33 Newton. The weight of the body on the earth surface is 98 Newton. Question number 13. A ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity of 49 meter per second. Calculate the maximum height to which it rises and also the total time it takes to return to the earth surface, to the surface of the earth. Okay, so first we should know that what is the velocity given? 49 meter per second. So they are asking that what is the maximum height. As the data is given in the question, the initial velocity given to the body is 49 meter per second. So as it is the body is moving upwards, it will move against the earth gravity. So we have to put minus 9.8 meter per second square. At the maximum height, the velocity will be 0. That is the initial velocity is 49 meter per second. Final velocity is 0. By substituting these values in the Newton's equations of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Instead of acceleration, we are substituting the acceleration due to gravity, and s is the distance, that is the maximum height. So the maximum height is equal to v square minus u square by 2g. So what is the final velocity? 0, and the initial velocity is 49 square by 2 into, why it is minus? Yes, very good. The gravity, the body is moved upwards. It will be moving against the earth surface. So earth gravity, so we have to put minus sign. Minus 9.8. By solving this equation, we get the maximum height is 122.5 meter. Then in the same question, in the second subdivision, they are asking that what is the total time taken. So there is another Newton's equations of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Instead of a, we have to substitute acceleration due to gravity. So time t is equal to v minus u by g. V is the final velocity 0, u is the initial velocity 49, and g is a minus 9.8. So it is moving upwards. So the total time taken for moving upwards and reaches the maximum height is 5 seconds. But in question they are asking that what is the total time take after throwing it will reaches the ground. So moving up 5 seconds and again it will come down another 5 seconds. So totally 5 plus 5, 10 seconds. So calculating the formulas is not at all important. Another thing is understand the question properly. So you are find the time but you are writing the value as a 5 seconds alone, means the question will be wrong, because they are asking the total time taken for it returns to the earth surface after throwing, how much time it will take and comes to reach the ground. That is the thing. So when we throw up, it will move up and comes down. So they are asking the total time of travel. It will move up means 5 seconds and move down means 5 seconds, total 10 seconds. Are you understand? So this is the question number 13 solution. See the question number 14. A stone is released from the top of a tower of height 19.6 meter. Calculate its final velocity just before touching the ground. Dear students, in the question number 14, the given data is initial velocity is 0. Why the initial velocity is 0? A stone is dropped from the height of the tower. So initially the stone is at rest at the height 19.6. So we are taking the acceleration due to gravity as a plus 9.8 meter per second square. Why? Yes, very good. The stone is moving towards the earth's surface. When the stone is moving towards the earth's surface, the gravity is positive. If it is moved away from the earth's surface, means the gravity value is negative. Keep these things in your mind. So by substituting these values in v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as, instead of a, that is a gravity, and h is a height. So v is equal to root of u squared plus 2gh. U is 0 square plus 2, g is 9.8 and height is 19.6. 2 into 9.8, it is 19. So 19.6 the whole square. Square and root will get cancelled. The final velocity of the stone which reached just above the earth's surface is 19.6 meter per second. This is the final velocity. Very simple question. Now we will see the question number 16. So question number 15 will be discussed in the next video. Now we are going to discuss the question number 16. Calculate the force of gravitation between the earth and the sun, given that the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 power 24 kg and of the sun is 2 into 10 power 30 kg. The average distance between them is 1.5 into 10 power 11 meter. So everything is given. What is the force of gravitation? F is equal to Gmm by r square. This is the formula for gravitational force. F is equal to G is a gravitation constant and mass of the earth, mass of the sun by r squared is the average distance between these two things. By substituting the G value, mass of the earth value given in the question and mass of the sun value in the question itself, by the average distance between is also given in the question. So merely direct substitution, we get a solution. The answer is 3.56 into 10 power 22 Newton is a gravitation force between mass and earth and the sun if the distance between them is 1.5 into 10 power 11 meter square. Okay, so very simple question. Question number 14 and 16 is direct substitution. You can understand the concept clearly.